It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment, here live in Power USA. TNS Media Group is the family. So we're here, and we just had a quick question, man, for everybody out there. We not saying one is better than the other, but you guys make your pick. We have three notable Eagles running backs a lot of guys are familiar with, especially, I'll say, anyone who's watching the Eagles from the early 2000s up until now. We got Westbrook, who's with the Eagles, and we had, crazy work, Shady McCoy, and now currently we have Saquon Barkley. And we're sitting here, just want to ask, who do we think is the best out of the three? I know we may say one person has more yards, one person has more touchdowns, but no, we're not saying based off of the stats. We're saying it's off the eye test of what you can see right now. Now, we could probably get into stats. You could probably make it a stat argument, but off of the eye test, who was the better running back? For me, I look at Westbrook's abilities as far as catching the ball, running the ball, being all over the field as a running back. And now I look at Shady McCoy being able to take the ball in the backfield, making defenders miss, giving out crazy work, as he would say. And now you look at Saquon Barkley, who's a mixture of both of those guys. He's more of he can run the ball, he can catch the ball, he can block. So looking at him, Saquon, and what he's doing right now in the league, I would probably say that Saquon is a better running back than those guys, man. If I had to choose and say, give me this guy, I probably would choose Saquon Barkley just based off of his ability. Because some people may say, hey, listen, McCoy didn't have a good offensive line like him, or Westbrook didn't have a good offensive line, but the Eagles had an offensive line for both. For the time that those players with us, Eagles had a good offensive line. But I look at Saquon and say, man, listen, he's killing right now, in my opinion. I think he will be the best running back that I've seen in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform. Your thoughts?
I would definitely agree with that. I'm going to go ahead and list the three in my category. Out the three that you just named, is as far as Saquon Barkley, Brian Westbrook, and LaShawn McCoy. Saquon Barkley, one, being the best running back that the Eagles have, had. Well, I'm not going to say had, but out of them three running backs, Saquon is one. Who is two? If I was to have to judge off of eye looking at skills alone, I would have to say Shady. And that's no, discredit to Brian Westbrook, because Brian Westbrook is a great two, but they're just two different type of backs. Shady was just, because I got to put Shady up against Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley he just got the edge over both of them. He is just phenomenal. But Shady is, man, they don't call him Shady for nothing. So I give it to Shady second, then I would give it to Brian Westbrook.
The reason why I say Saquon is because, I'm just looking at him and his abilities, and what he's doing.
Yeah, just abilities.
I think that he's hard to tackle. I'm not saying McCoy wasn't, but McCoy was hard to tackle. I just think that he just has the it factor.
Shady was hard to tackle because of his finesse, his wiliness to get around tackles. Saquon Barkley, you see how he mugged that man to the ground like he was a child last night?
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley could do the finesse and speed, and he'll run you right over.
Yeah.
When you slam over. So that's why I give it to Saquon Barkley over Shady.
You guys pick and choose who you like, man. Both of us say that Saquon Barkley is better, but no disrespect to Shady, crazy Rick McCoy, no disrespect to Brian Westbrook, because both of those guys were amazing while they was here. They did things differently. Each player had a different style of play, but if you look at the actual the eye test, I should say,
just looking at raw talent alone, off of not no stats involved in none of that. We're just looking at the players, and you're going off of, if you watch both of them play the game for, let's just say 2 years straight. All three of them play the game for 3 years straight. You're not looking at the stats and none of that. You're looking at just raw on the field talent.
Yeah.
That type of dude. That's what you're talking about, Toffee.
Yeah, exactly. Because I seen McCoy, shake people up and make them look crazy. Yeah. I seen Westbrook make guys miss.
They called him the magician.
Yeah, I seen Westbrook just burn defenders for long passes. But even with all those highlights that those players have, I've never seen anyone with a better highlight than Saquon Barkley with the backwards hurdle over a defender.
And you might not never see that again.
Yeah.
You just might not never see that again.
Yeah.
Unless he does it again. That's about it.
So for me, my pick will probably be, if I was just building a team right now, if I had to choose a running back, I would probably choose Saquon Barkley with my pick. What about you?
I'm definitely going to choose Saquon Barkley, but I want to go a little further, right? You know, and go back within the last 15 years to current. Mm-hmm. The best running back that I have seen in this league within the last 15 years has been Adrian Peterson. If we're going to talk outside of LeSean McCoy, Brian Westbrook, and Saquon Barkley. I'm going to jump out there on the list. That's the best running back I have seen within the last 15 years. Saquon Barkley is better than him. And I know there's a lot of people
better than Adrian Peterson?
Yes.
No, we're not. That's a whole nother argument. But we're just talking about the Eagles right now.
All right, but I'm just going out there to say that too because he is the best in the last 15 years. So I go out there on a limb and say, man, he is the Saquon Barkley. We ain't saying nothing like this. Like in the last thing you could compare Saquon Barkley. That's why I bring up Adrian Peterson. The last thing that was, you know, from my point of view, that was as good as Saquon Barkley is Adrian Peterson. This is why I talk about that outside of the three running backs for Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley is showing you guys something that you may never see for another couple, 15 to 20 years. Like, and I could be wrong. Something might come out of college right now, next year or this year. But this guy right here, this is stuff that you will watch on tapes for years to come. The way this man, practices and dedicate his work to this football league. This man is fun. If he wasn't with the Giants the first 5 or 6 years of his career and had this wall that Philadelphia had, just imagine the records that he would be breaking. Look what he broke the first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. This year alone, he has a feat of what?
1,300 and...
That's stats. We're talking about this year alone, there is 3 players combined for, I basically forgot. I wanted to come back with the correct stats. But he is doing feats that teams collectively, all 31 other teams, only 3 times this year have done. And he did it 3 times by himself this year. Saquon Barkley is truly amazing. He is something that you will not see for a while. That's a rare talent. The last talent that was good as him was Adrian Peterson. This is why I bring up Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, so, what about what's called from the Titans?
Who, Chris Johnson?
Yes.
No, he's not on them dudes' level.
Well, but I'm saying this is a whole. He did.
He was good, but
broke the
we're
record,
looking
2,000 yards. So
yes, he did that. Because he was fast.
But I'm just saying. I'm not speaking that he's better. I'm just saying he's a running back that we saw do some of these things that Saquon.
But
as far as yards go.
we ain't seen it on Saquon level. Chris Johnson was extremely fast. Extremely. Saquon Barkley is fast, strong, finesseful with his cuts. Mm-hmm. I mean, Saquon Barkley has a whole replica at his disposal that he'll use. He's catching the ball. He catches the ball like a wide receiver. Do you see this man running downfield catching 40, 50-yard passes? I'm talking about like a tight end, a little short midget tight end, stocky man. Man, this man is this man is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. I'm talking about this man is playing out his mind right now. Out his mind right now. And it really is something special to see. He is something special to the league, not just Philadelphia, but to a football fan. If you like watching the sport of football, Saquon Barkley, all the kids out here, everybody, and tell me anybody that you know that watch football that don't know Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is a household name right now.
I just saw something. The kid tried to do the backwards hurdle.
Come on, man.
Saw that. So it's like, he actually is.
I've never seen a running back do a backward hurdle like that.
Yeah, he has a signature move, almost like the Allen Iverson crossover. He has Beckham had the one-hand catch.
Exactly.
Now he has the backwards hurdle.
Like Randy Moss, you got Moss and all that in the back.
Now you got Saquon. If he backwards hurdle over, you get Saquon. So that says a lot about a player. So in my opinion, I think out of the
I get emotional right now, when I talk about this kid, man.
Right now, the Eagles franchise. We believe that Saquon is probably the best Philadelphia Eagles running back to ever put on the Eagles jersey.
No, he is the best. This is not probably believe. He is the best that put on a jersey for the Philadelphia Eagles at the running back position. We're not talking at the running. This man is single-handedly taking control of games for the Philadelphia Eagles. Out the 2 games that we lost this year, the one against Atlanta, I think it was. And I know Saquon kicks himself in the butt all the time about
Drop
this.
That pass. Yeah.
If he was to catch that pass, game over. So it's on him whether you lose or win in a lot of these games. Mm-hmm. This man is staying healthy. They always had a knock about him getting injured. Him getting injured with the New York Giants. I didn't even know that Devontae Smith wasn't even playing last night until the third quarter. This is how phenomenal they was looking. I forgot you told me that. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the stats at the halftime and I'm like, well, damn, Devontae Smith ain't even playing. I'm like, okay, this kid will make you overlook things that you supposed to know that's going on. Because the whole attention is on him. Like I said, I give credit to the Philadelphia Eagles defense. I'm not taking nothing away from the defense, but this is a Saquon Barkley show right here. Last night was the Saquon Barkley show. And moving forward, it would continue to be his show.
I'm going to go on a limb and say this. Hey, listen, stack the box, defense.
They can't even do that. They stacked the box last night. He got 255 yards on stacking the box. You know that he is going to run the ball, and he still ran the ball how he wanted, when he wanted.
But listen, if you look at it like Shady McCoy, right? Look at Shady McCoy. Shady McCoy brought an element to the game as far as shaking defenders up, being hard to tackle. You know what I'm saying?
Finesse,
yeah. He brought a lot to the game as far as being hard to tackle. And Saquon has that same ability, but he had a little bit more to his game. He has a little bit more to offer in that.
I just think he's stronger than Shady. See, Shady was the juke, the dip, the cut. Saquon got all that with everything else more to go with it. Saquon is strong. Did you see how he mugged that man last night? I thought he mugged the child. I thought the child ran on the field. And the child got mugged to the side. And I was sitting there like, get Saquon off the field. And I had to look and say, oh, this is the defender. This man is absolutely uncontrollable on that field in his element. He's absolutely uncontrollable. That's it. There's no way around it. If you don't agree with me, you do not like football. And that's just it. That's all I'm going to sit here and tell you. If you do not agree with me what I'm saying about Saquon Barkley for the Philadelphia Eagles, you are not a football fan. That's just it.
Wow. You heard it here first. It's TBISE, the best in sport to the table.
Hello. You need home care services for yourself or a loved one, but you don't know where to begin. If you don't want to wait in a long line to the welfare office, or hire someone to do the work for you, or you're just tired of the runaround, please allow Mccoy Care to help you. Call now, 215-644-8341. 215-644-8341.